What's good, YouTube? It's your boy King back up in this thing. We are back at it, man. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe. We are on the road to 30,000 subscribers, man. And in today's video, man, we're gonna be just checking out Fani Willis publicly embarrasses herself playing race card in church. I think this is pretty crazy too because apparently she did this on MLK Day, if I'm not mistaken. So it's pretty wild, man, everything that's going on. So we're definitely going to just jump right into it. Shout out to Doug, man, Doug in Exile. I'll definitely leave the link to the video down below. And man, shout out to Doug for keeping us updated, man. So let's get right into it.
Well, Fani Willis finally gives a defense for her outrageous actions of.
Also, guys, definitely stay tuned, guys, because I will be giving my own thoughts and opinions on the back end of the video, you guys. So definitely stay tuned because I will be giving my own thoughts and opinions regarding everything on the back end of the video, you guys. So yeah, let's get right into it.
Finally gives a defense for her outrageous actions of being a homewrecker. And we're going to address America's favorite topic of race. Let's just obsess on our race, our genetics, our skin color, because that's where happiness comes from. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug Tenaple, just a barely literate honky weighing in on the news. Let's get to it. I'm going to start with this. This is Babylon Bee. They're a parody site. And they're doing Chick-fil-A training white employees to say my privilege. I don't think I can go too far into today, it being Martin Luther King Day, to say that I love Martin Luther King. What he stood for is very important. Now, I see a lot of articles today coming out excoriating him for possibly being a communist. When they wiretapped him, they found him laughing at a woman being raped, that he had multiple affairs, that he was a plagiarist. None of those things take away what he did, which the biggest thing that differentiates him from Malcolm X, who's also brilliant, by the way, but is Martin Luther King did not advocate violence. That's it. That's part of it because he's the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, that he read a lot of Gandhi and, of course, follower of Jesus. Doesn't mean he's not flawed, guys. Our leaders, if you got into their every private sin life of anyone you admire, including me, you'd probably be horrified. Okay. If I'm going to go into your mind and know about you, what God knows about you, what will I find? Probably some horrible incidents in your past. So calling out Martin Luther King's weaknesses, I don't think takes away from the incredible, rare, bizarre good he did. And he took a bullet for it and went to jail for it. So I don't know how many of you will stand on your values, even though you go to jail, even though you take a bullet, but I'm not going to criticize the guy that did. Okay. He's just head and shoulders above many of our leaders. And really, I don't think his legacy of what the civil rights movement, the scam artists and Democrats came in and took it over and just ruined so much of his work. But still, great man, great day. I'm thankful to have read Letter from a Birmingham Jail. I think he's amazing. Okay. Flaws don't take that away. But speaking of flaws, here's Fani Willis defending herself in a black church. And I'm going to do a lot of eye rolling in this thing. So prepare yourself. All this black race card stuff, it doesn't work on me. I'll explain a little bit, but let's watch.
I'm a little confused. I appointed 3 special counsel, as is my right to do. Paid them all the same hourly rate. They only attacked one. I hired one white woman, a good personal friend and great lawyer.
Shoot. Let the ad play through. Here we go. I'm going to do it just like this. Yeah.
So she's bringing up her affairs, that he was I can go and took it over and just
white woman, the same hourly rate. They only attacked one. I hired one white woman, a good personal friend and great lawyer.
So she's bringing up that she hired a diversity of lawyers, but we only attacked the black lawyer. That would be Nathan Wade, implying that I only attacked him because he was black. That is a useful excuse done by lazy thinkers like Fani Willis. It doesn't work on me, okay? I'm not here to impress you with my civil rights record, but you will not address what you did, which is being a home record of sleeping with that, if we're going to go race, with that black guy, and you destroyed his family.
And I hired one black man, another superstar, a great friend, and a great lawyer.
A great lawyer who had never addressed a felon in his life. Now, here's a great post by one of my favorite black thinkers is Larry Elder, and he wrote this on Martin Luther King Day, where Martin Luther King is saying, "Judge a man not by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character." And then there's the Department of Equity and Inclusion lady with her hands on her hips. Wrong, because Martin Luther King stands against everything Fani Willis is saying in this speech in this church. And she calls down the name of God. How dare you?
First thing they say, oh, she gonna play the race card now.
How did I know you were going to play the race card? Because you're a Democrat. Right-wing blacks do not play the race card. Content of character, not the color of your skin.
That's deep.
Content of what right-wing blacks do not play the race card. Content of character, not the color of your skin. She's going to emphasize the color of her skin is the cause of her problems over and over again. Not sleeping with a married man, not having him bill for 24 hours worth of work in a row, which is illegal and impossible. Not her scam of going after Trump for political reasons and being a useful idiot of George Soros and the Marxist left. This church, all these people sitting around her, I would not sit on a stage with her and have my faith be used, have my color or ethnicity or culture be used to defend this. This is a shame on all y'all.
But no, God, isn't it them who's playing the race card when they only question one? Isn't it them playing the race card when they constantly think, I need someone from some other jurisdiction in some other state to tell me how to do a job I've been doing almost 30 years?
Oh, here comes the headline. I love anytime someone goes into a black church, everyone starts stopping. They go like, suddenly it's like, and let me tell you, can I have a witness?
Yo.
Can anybody have a witness out there? Suddenly everyone goes, she changes the way she talks. She never talked this way. I've seen other interviews with her. She doesn't talk this way. And she's praying to God at the beginning of each. She goes, why God? Lord, why? Lord, why? This is the depth of their Christianity, is I can walk in there and just go and do this suddenly. This is degrading to these people to go and talk this way and try to emulate what this is a black cultural civil rights way of doing it. I've seen Hillary Clinton do it.
I don't feel no ways tired. I come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the road would be easy. I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me. And we know if we finish this march, what awaits us. St. Paul told us in the letter to the Galatians, let us not grow weary in doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart. The brave men and women of Bloody Sunday did not lose heart.
Obama would do it. Man, they go into a black church and they turn it on because they think you're stupid.
Hey, babe.
Oh, man.
You want to go to a show?
I just want to say, I know exactly what he's talking about. Yeah, I'm going to just say, like, my own 2 cents on that one. Like, he is not okay, like some people may disagree, and that's perfectly fine. You're entitled to your own opinion. But like, I'm somebody who grew up in black churches like consistently, and I'm like, all it took was for somebody, any race, it doesn't matter, and like all they have to do is switch up the tone of their voice, and boom, people were sold. And then boom, we can sell the congregation false promises and false hopes, and then boom, like it was too easy to finesse the community. It was just all you got to do is switch your lingo up, and then boom, everybody's hooting and hollering and throwing hats with flowers on them and feathers. And it was just like, dag, like this is all it takes for you to take your shoes off and run around the church. That's crazy. And it really shows you that like black people as a whole really don't get respected by other races. That's another thing. But on top of that, it really shows you that how other people of other races really see us as easy. Will see black people as easy to deceive. It's the craziest thing, man. It's the craziest thing. But yeah, I had to leave all of that. I was like, yeah, this is not it, Chief. Oh shoot, it's muted.
God, why don't they look?
I didn't leave God, but I did leave the church. I never left the word, but once the church stopped preaching the Bible, I was like, all right, I can study the word for all that, and that's that.
At themselves and just be honest. I mean, can't they keep it 100 with themselves? Come on. Why are they so surprised that a diverse team that I assembled, your child, can accomplish extraordinary things?
Would never say that you can't accomplish extraordinary things. I can say with your attitude, you can't accomplish extraordinary things. And we love seeing minorities succeed. I love seeing Clarence Thomas on the Supreme Court as one of my lifetime heroes. Poor, raised in absolute racist poverty in the South, and achieved the highest office, not because he was black, but because he was a great, incredible man, a great mind. I just want to compare that to Fani here, who's claiming victimhood. She will lose. She will always lose. It will never work if you keep blaming your problems on your externals.
God, wasn't it them that attacked this lawyer of impeccable credentials? The black man I chose has been a judge more than 10 years, run a private practice more than 20, represented businesses in civil litigation. I ain't done, y'all. Served as a prosecutor, a criminal defense lawyer, special assistant attorney general, won Chief Justice Robert Benham Award from the State Bar of Georgia. You know, they ain't just giving this to black men. How come God, the same black man I hired, was acceptable when a Republican in another county hired him and paid him twice the rate? Come on. Oh, y'all ain't hear me. Come on.
This is obfuscation and BS. She's hiding in a church. That's why she made this first defense in a church and not out in the press with the public. She's trying to get Christian cover. And all these Christians here watching a woman who destroyed a marriage by sleeping with a married black man. That's what they're all looking at. None of them will call it out. By the way,
I just want to pause it right there, because I was actually going to address that too on my end. I know I said I was going to hold everything for the end of the video, but I just wanted to say this to get this off my mind. But yeah, that's another thing too. The church is very hip. Well, especially. All right, so for me, I grew up in a black church. I grew up in a lot of different churches, predominantly black churches, when I was younger, really in the inner city and stuff like that. I'm not going to say what city, but where I was raised at and stuff. But it started to get very hypocritical. Like, you see people sleeping with each other and stuff like that. Single motherhood is running rampant. You know what I mean? We over here destroying fathers and ripping families apart and that stuff. And then the church doesn't hold people accountable. Like, the church does not keep families together. All right. And it's a lot of pushing the community and stuff like that. But, the community is just running rampant with these, bastards. It's just what it is. I'm going to say it. Like, kids with no fathers, kids that are turning into America's future criminals, future baby mamas of America, creating more felons, more race card and all this victimhood mentality. When I stopped thinking that black people were gonna rise together and there's gonna be this great movement in March, that's when my life started to get better. But every time I started thinking that, dang, I'm over here hindered and I got an anchor chained to my feet and because my skin color and I can't power through, that stuff kept me like low in life. And I'm not gonna get into specifics because like for my own personal reasons, but I had to get rid of that whole victimhood mentality in order to grow. Even with my subscribers, for you guys who don't know me personally and stuff like that, even with my subscribers and the mindset it takes to get my subscribers up, it's a mindset to get here. If you could do it, you would do it. And I'm not knocking anybody. I'm saying if whoever puts in the effort, they can do it. Anybody can do it. I'm just a regular guy. But it's for black people, that victimhood mentality, man, is deplorable. Oh my gosh. And black people, a lot more times than not, we can be crabs in a bucket, towards each other. A black man's worst enemy is, I'm going to say it, a black woman or just another black person. Like a black person's worst enemy is another black person. It's the craziest thing. Like, and I'm not against my own race. Okay. Granted, I am mixed, but, it's very interesting, and granted, everybody has their ish. So I'm addressing black people here, but this doesn't mean that I see or anybody else's race better than black people. Okay. Everybody has their own dirt and this is that and stuff. And that's just what it is. But, on the topic of the black church, that was, something I wanted to address. It's very hypocritical. And that's another reason why I had to leave like church and stuff like that, especially like just get out of this environment.
The way at my church, looking at none of them will call it out. By the way, at my church, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're white. If you stand up at my church and are calling out to God and going, God, why are they all after me, a white guy? Why are they all after me, white guy? I'd be the first to raise my hand and go, you slept with a married woman who was corrupt and billed for 24 hours in a 24-hour work period, and you're corrupt and working against the people you claim to help. That's what I would do. Where's the people of character in this congregation to provide a sister soldier moment where they stand up and go,
In another county, the elected official has the authority to pay him twice the rate. Why is the white male Republican's judgment good enough, but the black female Democrats not?
I hear a lot of black, white.
That stuff just irritates me too. I'm sorry. I had to pause it for my own, for myself, but I'm not sorry, but I meant that because I got to say this. I got to say it. It's just like, if black people are so great, why do black people hinder themselves? And that's the thing that it really comes down to for me with, black people. Black people are extremely talented and are just extremely capable. But when we walk around with this type of mentality that like, oh yeah, the man and this is that and the third, like we live in America. You live in the land of the free and the brave and stuff, and you can literally become anything you want to be. Like you got foreigners coming to this country and becoming like millionaires out of nowhere. And like, it's insane because it's like, they'll come from nothing and they'll just bring their family over here and then they'll form a family business and boom, it pops. Okay, you got people coming to the hoods and the ghettos and stuff like that and building businesses and thriving. But then you go to the hood and black people don't own anything. So that's another thing I have an issue with. Black people are a lot more times in the hood are the biggest consumers and not the creators. And so it's these type of mentalities that like keep everybody, in this prison mentality of, oh yeah, it's because they're white and it's because I'm black and this is that and the third. Man, forget all that. I'm the best to ever do it. I'm the king of this thing. I come in, I conquer, I dominate, I win, I rule. Okay, God didn't make any mistakes when he made me. The only mistake was I was born into sin. Besides that, I'm a king and I conquer, I rule. It's my world from here on out. That's how I think. It's kind of like a Mike Tyson mentality. To give you another visual of it, and that's how I dominate. And I'm a black guy. Okay, so I'm just saying, man, it is what it is. When I got rid of those mentalities, boom, everything started working for me. All right, I just had to say that for myself because I'm living proof.
I don't hear anything about the content of her character. I don't hear anything about the guy that she hired, where they are billing the government, then going on Caribbean cruises and trips to Florida. No mention of that. These people are going to applaud it.
I don't care political party. They care about it.
Bull crap. You care about political party. If Trump was a Democrat, you would not be prosecuting him.
Dang.
Because this is all politics. We've proven it over and over again, and we know it. You treat him different.
Lord, now I want to be clear. All three of these special counselors are superstars. But I'm just asking God, is it that some will never see a black man as qualified, no matter his achievements?
Are you looking for a gym?
Shout out to Doug for having ads. I'm happy to see that on his channel.
She's going, is it because black man never gets recognized regardless of his achievements? No, we love seeing black people with achievements. They kick butt. We celebrate them. It is
Most
a strength of America. In spite of much racism many black conservatives have faced, that they would still achieve top rank, I think is a huge credit to our society, not a blight on it. That she's going to God and praying once again. I never prayed that way to God. You won't see me using God and going, God, please take out Biden and install Trump in your name. That is not how I pray. When I pray to God, first of all, I'm face down on the floor. I'm terrified. I'm begging him for forgiveness of my sin, not even the other party. I'm sitting there going, God, what is in me? What is wrong with me? That's what a real prayer of a confessing Christian sounds like. Not this fake BS at this fake BS church. This is politics, guys. Call it out. Don't fall into the fear of their cultural diversity, equity, and inclusion that's made to make you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Fanny. I didn't realize we got this wrong. No, you're a homewrecker.
Lord, you're flawed, hard-headed, and imperfect child. I'm a little confused.
You're not confused. She didn't mean it when she said you're flawed and imperfect child. Is that what you call homewrecking?
Dang.
Flawed and imperfect? Well, she still will not confess what she did in public. This is obfuscation. This is the opposite of repentance.
Dodging accountability. Let me stop.
She's not sorry. There was no apology here. And now we're going to end on the worst thing I could possibly bring up, which is LBJ. A quote, during one trip, LBJ, Lyndon Baines Johnson, was discussing his proposed civil rights bill with two governors, explaining why it was so important to him. And he said it was simple. I'll have them ends voting Democrat for 200 years.
I did hear this. I did see this before I saw this video. I've seen this before. Like, I first discovered this maybe when I was like 20. But yeah, I was blown away when I saw this.
If I give them this welfare money, he ended up breaking up the black family by having government be the man of the house.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just give my own 2 cents on this too. I have a lot of silent generation boomers and Gen Xers in my family, and you know we have a great deal of millennials too. But I have a really big family and stuff like that, and a lot of them was around when welfare was instilled into the black community, Section 8, child support, and the man was kicked out of the home. The man had to make a decision. Granted, okay, it was a wild time to be alive then too. There was never this perfect time ever. You're always gonna have problems. All right, but on top of that, black people were the most married race, if I'm not mistaken, married at a rate of like 70%. And so like, yeah, like the whole black community got blown out of proportion, man. And now, boom, we're like, America's just, it's just jacked. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I debate, should I do manosphere or should I do politics? I'm just being honest. But yeah, man, now, to find a black household with two parents, and the dad is not some beta male. He's actually like a masculine man. He's like worthy of respect outside of his brilliance. He's like actually confident and strong in who he is. The kids are respectful. I grew up around that kind of stuff. I grew up with a lot of correction and order. Like I grew up in a time where, I'm a 2000s baby, but in the area that I grew up in, if I acted up, boom, whoever was near me, they knew my parents. And so I get in trouble with them. I get in trouble with my family, whoever's near me, and then I get in trouble with my parents. At the end of the day, I had to see my family. And that was just how it was. We got held accountable left and right. Nowadays, and then when I like got more towards like the suburban areas, that's when I was confused because I was like, yo, these kids try to act hard, man. And then I would see like the families would be kind of throwed. It was just different. Granted, it was throwed in both areas, like the city and the suburbs, but it was different, man. It was just different. I could go into depth on that, but I'm not. But yeah, man. Now the black community is jacked up, dog. Super jacked. I had a guy talk to me one day. He was like, "Yo, man, black people, we can't grow until we get reparations." I was like, "You got to be freaking kidding me, man! Like, did you really just say that to me?" I was like, "Dude, like, I'm actually doing excellent for myself, and here, but this guy here, he was almost like 400 pounds, 3 baby mamas, talking about, yeah, once I get reparations, then I'm gonna start a business." I was like, dude, get your life, start making healthy life choices, dog. Like, dog, girlfriend broke up with him, but they live together. She's got a new boyfriend in the crib with him as he sleeps in the crib. Oh my gosh, it was too much. And he was talking about reparations. Reprehensible. But yeah, man, world is a crazy place. Crazy place. Granted, everybody has their ish too. I'm not knocking that. But as far as this topic right here goes, this is what I have to say about that.
Instead of up the black family by having government be the man of the house instead of the black man. The black man, they used to have a normal 2-parent family household. They had more private businesses before Lyndon Baines Johnson than after. That is, they ran their own businesses. They ran their own families. You did not have the rampant crime you have today and the destruction of the black family, which they culturally went in and destroyed.
Most definitely.
Democrats did it. They think they own you and have you in their pocket. It's disgusting.
Definitely.
Let's get back to Martin Luther King Jr., the Reverend. We judge people, whites and blacks, by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. And Fani Willis, I don't care if you were albino white. You're a fraud. You're political. And there's no justice in your system. You're corrupt. I'm Doug in exile.
So shout out to Doug, man. That's the end of this video. Like I said, everybody's entitled to their own opinions and stuff like that. I definitely give off, my own experience mixed in with like general, experiences from other people I've talked with, or, I'm in different communities and stuff like that, so I can share other stories as well. But, that's the beauty of being well connected. But, yeah, I know for myself, like once I jumped into the world and I started bumping my head and I started getting smacked with life, then I started realizing, I need to make something of myself or else I'm going to live in poverty. I gotta hustle. And that was that. And so, I just had to start working. This is my own personal story. And I had to stop believing that I'm not capable. Like, I had to lose everything to realize I have everything I needed within myself to become, who I gotta be. Like, and that's just what happened within my life. Whereas, when I used to walk around with this mentality that was pushed on me by the left, because I grew up in, Democratic churches and stuff like that, the churches that were predominantly black and stuff, it was a lot of like, the man is keeping the community down. And I was just like, well, first things first, you got to get out the community. Like, this ain't no community. This is the trenches. Like, this is a trap. You know what I mean? It's designed for you to continuously make poor choices and only eat potato chips and not eat salad. Like, this is on purpose. You know what I mean? And this stuff is the weed is legalized to keep you, desensitized and sedated. Like, this stuff is on purpose. There's a liquor store in every corner on purpose. There's a gun shop not too far from the liquor store and the corner store on purpose. Okay, like, you got to leave the community. And I had to do that for myself because it's chaotic, it's self-destructive, it's toxic. You know, that whole Tupac, a flower that rose from the concrete ish, you know, black love and all that kind of stuff, that ish gets shot down. It's like this hopium that they sell to the community. And this is what I grew up in. It's this hopium that they sell, and I'm talking about society will push it on social media and these articles that keep you like, yeah, we're against everybody else on whether it be the right or the white or whatever the case or any other race. And black people are oppressed. And I'm just like, it's 2023. You know, it's America. You can become anything you want. You know, it's really up to you. And the biggest prison is the mind. So it's just what it is, man. It's just what it is. So that's that, guys. That's all I have to say as of right now regarding this topic. But yeah, man. I wish everybody a awesome MLK Day. Shout out to MLK for real, man. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.